Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for your host for the evening. It's Gabby Best.
Hello, hello. Oh, stop. Hello. Oh, God, I love a gig where the audience have got table service. It's like performing on a cruise ship. The Cobra, who ordered the chicken? It's very nice to see you all. Very nice to see you all, and also to see the 374 cameras that are recording this for the live stream at home. There's a camera up there. Welcome. Yeah, I said I'll do it, but only if you film us from every conceivable angle. Front, back, left, right, up the nose. I mean, this could be another camera for all I know. Don't you hate it when people do that little smile with the tongue out? It's all the rage at the moment, honestly. So, no, I hope your days have been okay. Okay. I went for a walk earlier and a pigeon flew into my arm. That is true. Made contact. A pigeon. Normally, in the before times, that would have made me vom. But today, it was electric. Just to be touched by another living thing was... Come back. Don't worry, you can't get COVID from a pigeon. Unless it's a carrier. It's lovely to have a little cheeky little moment like that. Maybe I'll do the occasional... No, that's disgusting. It's just so you get it as well. It's just a little bum... Why did I do that? Stop. No, it's been, been one of those... I mean, I have had, physical contact with another human. I live with my boyfriend, but he's so monstrously sick of me by this point that he has enacted the 6-foot rule at home. So, only he's made it 12 foot with a wall in between. So that's going really, really well. Love is in the air. Horrible singing voice there. Did you notice the really, really crap music at the beginning as I came on? That's because this is on YouTube, so they can't play any actual music without paying. So there'll be a lot of jazzy music, actually. It's been a long lockdown, and I hope you're as okay as you can be. Makes you feel any better as a sign of how my lockdown is going. I missed quite an important call from the doctor recently because I was seeing if I could fit myself inside the laundry basket with the lid on. Answer? Yes. Then a couple of weeks later I thought, fuck it, I'm ordering a harp. So... I would really... Actually, I shouldn't swear, because my mum might watch this because it's on her feed, and she'll make me go to confession on Zoom. Honestly. Forgive me, Father, sorry, I can't quite... You're coming in and out, Father. I might go direct to the big guy. Cut this out. Actually, how would they do? They are doing a lot of church stuff on Zoom, but I don't know how you do confession, because it's meant to be anonymous. You just throw a blanket over your head, maybe. I don't know. You have to change your name as well. It's Sinner565. I've been a naughty girl. No. Oh, God, now I've got to do that, sorry. I'm very lapsed, but it never leaves you. Did anyone else want to get a dog because of all this? Yeah. Did anyone actually get a dog because of all this? Okay, you showed some restraint. Well done. We're not allowed a dog in our flat, so I keep trying to emotionally blackmail my landlord by just sending him really tragic videos of me just walking around the local area with a slipper, just dragging a slipper on a lead, just feeding some pedigree chum to like a bundle of leaves. He's not having any of it. If I did get a dog, I think the dog I'd want, I've got a real thing for sausage dogs because they're so assertive. And I just think to be consistently told you look like a sausage and still have that level of confidence, you're a bloody rock star, mate. You're an absolute bloody rock star. Dogs, eh? No, but speaking of small things, both sausages and sausage dogs are quite small. I would like to play a little game with you, if I can. And you. There'll be more of a time delay on that. I mean, I don't even know if they can see me when I do that. That's really tragic if they can't. Oh, dear. Just... Hello, Mummy. Incredibly creepy. So the game I would like to play, which I invented this afternoon in my own bonds, is called Measure Your Pleasure That's it. Measure your pleasure, no matter how small. Measure your pleasure, anything at all. We're having to find new pleasures, aren't we? Sometimes very small. I've really got into, just as an example, so you know what level we're aiming at, I play a game with some baby bells. I can get through a net a day, no probs. Once you pop, with those 11 lumps of cheese. I like to put one of the baby bell quite far away, other side of the room, and then try and roll another baby bell towards it. If baby bell 1 hits baby bell 2, you can eat both of them. If it doesn't make contact, none for you. So, that's the level. Another thing I quite like to do is to have a bath. Right, I don't know how I've done these candle after gigs quite a lot because I love the cans. I love the charity. I love it. And I've talked quite a lot, possibly incessantly, about my love of baths. So some of you might know. I didn't have a bath for years and years and years, and it was my dream to get one and then just sort of live in it. Just melt away like a Barocca. Slightly smaller with every bath until down the plug hole. The sweet relief. And then, I finally got a bath, guys. I didn't just sort of move one into the middle of my flat and fill it up with a kettle. No, I moved somewhere with a bath, only twist. Our bedroom now is directly underneath the bathroom of the flat above. And every time the bloke has a bath, I can hear his arse squeaking on the porcelain. Honestly, every move he makes. And he's a midnight soaker. I'm trying to sleep. It's too close for comfort. You shouldn't be able to hear that. I'm like, oh, God, he's moving again. Oh, gee, honestly. So it's like I asked the universe for a bath and it delivered too much bath. But a small pleasure, along with the baby bells, not simultaneously because they get all soggy. Although they are in a clever little wax coat. Oh, shut up about baby bells. Woman obsessed. I like to get in the bath, have my bath, go to get out of the bath, just let the cold air hit me and then go, nah, and get back in for another 4 hours. That's what I like. Just trick myself like, that's enough. No, it's not. We're going back. So I would like from you your smallest pleasure you can measure. Smallest pleasure you can measure. You've had quite a lot of thinking time. I strategically put a lump of material after the question, and I saw some of your eyes going off, thinking, oh, it's small, so fine, checked out, no probs. You were doing your job. So, who has a small pleasure? Well, in a way, you've won, because there's no pleasure smaller than a non-existent pleasure, is there? So the fact you've got none is absolutely fine. We have got the old YouTube stream, so maybe someone there will write a lovely little comment, and then I'll read that out. But if anyone wants to start us off with a small pleasure, it can be anything. It can literally be like sucking on a hair. I mean, just stroking your earlobes, very relaxing. Small pleasures. Anything new that anyone has discovered in the last stretch? Taking off your mask when you leave the store. God, didn't think we'd be saying that 9 months ago, did we? I hear you, sister. That's a depressing thing to unite a whole room, isn't it? I was buying booze in a shop the other day, and you know they have to come and check your age or whatever. I was in my mask, and the man came over to me and went, 35! Risky business, sir, but actually, you were a year out the right way, so... I'm scared now I'll see him out and about in the fresh air without my mask, and he'll be like, eesh, 52. But it was a nice moment. That's a lovely one. That's our starter. Do I have any advance on taking off your mask when you leave a store? Taking off your bra? We're just going to go through each bit... We don't, who's worn a bra for the last 11 months? Just got a series of plasters on each one, that'll do something, yeah. Sometimes you put it on now and you're like, feeling jazzy. The doorbell will go and I'll be like, I'm going to put on a bra for this, get downstairs. That is a good one, though. That's akin to taking your hair elastic out when you've had it in a top knot. Oof. Sorry, now I'm just going into... I actually dressed up for tonight. I bought this jacket at the beginning of the year because I wanted to dress like someone who could secure a small to medium business loan. We're going to need a bigger jacket. I don't have a business plan either. I think at the moment it would just be like throwing a rock through someone's window and then shouting a compliment through the hole, because we all need those, don't we? Your pyjamas are lovely. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to the neighbours. Your kids aren't naughty. It's just joie de vivre. So that would be my... It's not really a business plan because I wouldn't charge. It's more just chirpy vandalism. Any more? Changing from a day PJ to a night PJ. Do you have a few of each? Do you like... Is I'm sorry. Upholstery on a pyjama. So it's got what, like little, like... I just want everyone to know that she did the whole motion for us there. Put there under her chin for a second. That's a nice... So you feel support... That's your sort of going to the door pyjama. Okay. That's your... I'm casually zooming, but actually I'm lifting my tit. Pyjama. Great. Any more? These are absolutely great. Any more for any more?
It's quite personal. You know when you like pluck out a hair and it's still got the bulb?
Pluck out a hair and it's still got the little bulb.
And I'm pushing it and I'm embarrassing myself if I'm like, and you just slightly press it to your lips.
Delicious! And then do you know what you can do with that? Because you've still got the bulb, you can plant it and grow 6 more. Put them wherever you want a little bit extra. So that's handy, that is. Right, I've wanged on for too long. But keep thinking of those, because I feel like we've all got a little one in us. What I will say before we get cracking with this evening's beautiful night, and it will be really beautiful, just to say, you've got quite a lot of leg room, you lot. You sit in business class. So when you're laughing, when you're finding it funny, get the legs involved. If something's really tickled you, whoop, up it goes. You don't have to do that. That's probably... If you all do that, then we'll be losing the 6-foot thing, won't we? What was I've completely forgotten what I was going to... Oh, yes, what I was going to say is, and now this is to... I'm not ignoring you, but I'm going to turn my back for a second. Chat amongst yourselves. Don't, that'll be very rude. You're all totally welcome. This is just a night of joy. But and I know times are tricky for all of us with cash, but if you have got a few quids you might have a rattling around your pocket, then please do donate them online and you will be read out. I'm going to claim to read everyone's names out. The next half will just be reading like 50 names out. Read your name out and be very grateful. Any quids you can throw towards the food bank would be much appreciated. Okay, sincere bit done. I should probably end with another little joke now to just lift the mood again there, shouldn't I, really? Maybe something a bit political. Then I think we're all a bit sick of politics. Am I left? Ha ha! There it is! Whoop-de-whoop. Okay, please welcome to the stage your first act, Olga Koch!
Olga. I'm originally from Russia, as you can tell from my accent. How's everybody doing? Hell yeah. So I sound like this because 10 years ago I moved to the US, where I got this accent and the sense of style of Ivanka Trump. And I moved to the US in 2010, which feels like the present, but in reality, 2010 was a decade ago. And in 2010, we were not woke yet. Like, we like to pretend we cared about sexism and racism, but in reality, in 2010, we thought diversity was just to have Eddie Murphy play more people. And don't get me wrong, we've come a long way in 10 years. We have like Me Too, we have Time's Up, and Eddie Murphy is so good at makeup, he's now known as Scarlett Johansson. And the way that I like to look back at the 10 years of progress is through Sports Illustrated swimsuit issues. Are we familiar? Are we familiar with Sports Illustrated? Presumably a publication that exists 12 months a year, every month a new sport, once a year, the sport is sex. Are we familiar, right? And like they'll take a model, they'll put a bikini on her, and they'll be like, we just love sports. And the way that I like to track the progress is that every year the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue gets a little bit more progressive, right? So one year they'll be like, this one's not white. And then the next year they'll be like, this one's plus size. And then the next year they'll be like, this one's 44. It's just so beautiful how we're all fighting to get objectified equally. Like, don't get me wrong, I would move mountains if that meant a trans woman would be featured in the Victoria's Secret catalog. What I can't come to terms with is that my legacy would literally be, please jerk off to all of us. I know my titties are really small, but can you try? This guy jerked off to a girl with short hair last night. He's like, the future is female. Thank you, sir. That's very, very brave of you. Thank you. As you can tell from my general everything, I'm quite a horny girl. Like, I'm the type of person, I am convinced that I have chemistry with every single person I've ever met in my life. It's just that I'm the only one noticing. Like, any job interview, I'm like, are you feeling this? Right? And so, I'm horny overall. I'm especially horny after breakups. Because, like, especially when you get out of a very long-term relationship, it feels like you're graduating with a useless degree in somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like 3 or 4 years, nothing to show for it. Like, I know what his brother's allergic to. Great. And so right after every breakup, I go on to a little something I like to call a sexual safari. Like, I'm sure you have your own name for it. It's that bit where you can't form an emotional connection because you're too sad, so you're just trying to fuck the sad out of yourself. Are we familiar? Some of you are on a sexual safari as we speak. And so, I mean, it's fun. 9 out of 10 times, though, instead, like, you bring a guy home, and instead of having sex, he just tells you about his dead dog. Guys, we live in the same city. We're fucking the same people. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I know why people do it. I know that on a one-night stand, you need to, like, fake intimacy really fast in order to fuck, so you're just like, bah, here's a secret, right? You know, like, to have sex on top of the secret. But the trick is to make it so sad that it's like, my dog is dead, but not too sad that it's like, I killed my dog. Because I'm not going to fuck a dog killer. Like, I'll blow him, but I have standards. And, like, the one thing that really fucking kills me when it comes to, like, sexual safaris is the stereotype, the stereotype, and I hate the stereotype, and the stereotype is that women don't enjoy casual sex. And I hate that stereotype for so many reasons. It's untrue, it's archaic, it reinforces the gender binary, but the reason I hate the most is that if you take a man and a woman who are equally casual towards sex, in that situation, a woman is still more likely to get slut-shamed. A cis woman is likely to get pregnant or more susceptible to an STD. Any woman is more likely to get murdered because the highest rate of murder is of women by their sexual romantic partners. So what I'm trying to say is, gentlemen, you love casual sex, but do you love casual sex enough to die for it? Because I do. Every time is like the last time. I mean, that's clearly a privilege that men have. I suppose I need to even the playing field. I'll point out a privilege that women have. And that is, of course, sex toy privilege. Because anytime a woman talks about a vibrator, it's always like, is that a girl boss? do we have a girl boss on our hands? oh my God, it's so sleek, it's beautiful. I've never seen a vibrator I wouldn't wear as a necklace. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's putting it in her briefcase. She has it all, right? If a man owns a fleshlight, he's on a list. Oh, I'm sorry. Just like a disembodied vagina hidden in a flashlight that you can wash in a dishwasher? No fucking thank you. Oh, God. Also, I got like super into... Okay, what I'm gonna do is that I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm also like on live stream, but my bra is like halfway down my body, and I need to pull it up, so... Just talk amongst yourselves, sorry. I'm wearing one. Fun. Still got it. The thing that so over lockdown, I got super into pickup artists on TikTok. And pickup artists are almost exclusive, they're dudes. They're all dudes, and they all have no fucking clue what they're talking about, right? And so like their favorite thing is to be like, this is what you need to say in order to sleep with a girl. And it's like, the highest chance you have of sleeping with a girl is if you say nothing. The less you say, the more I project on you, the higher the chances of us fucking. The amount of times I had sex with a guy because I assumed he was intelligent just because he was quiet. Oh my God, he's so mysterious. What's he thinking about? What's he thinking about? What's he thinking about? He's thinking about Garfield. Oh God. You say best when you say nothing. This is copyright, isn't it? I'm so sorry if the live stream is down. The amount of projecting I do as a woman every day of my life. Is he tall or is he hot? Is he tall or is he hot? Is he loud or is he funny? Is he loud or is he funny? He's making a lot of noise. And just like, the thing that like absolutely kills me the most is that like dudes who like our pickup artists or like think they know women, it's always the opposite. My favorite situation is when like a man proposes sex to you, right? And you want to say no, but you're too scared to say no because what if he'll murder you? You remember from the other joke? And so what you do as a lady, as any kind of lady, when he says, would you like to have sex? What you do is you say, oh my God, I would love to, but I'm on my period. If I want to have sex with you, I won't say, no, sorry, I'm on my period. I'll say, do you have a towel you don't like? Period will never stop me from having sex if I want to have sex with someone. Also, if some of you are grossed out by having sex on your period, grow up, you fucking virgins. Thank you, right? And then like some couples here are like, wait, she doesn't bleed constantly? I'm so sorry. But systematically, what every man does in that situation is grows a fedora, takes it off and says, actually, m'lady, I don't mind. Of course you don't mind. It's an honor to have me bleed on your dick. I'm a gift. I just needed to get that off my chest. I actually don't bleed that much. I'm not like other girls. It's like one drop. Because my pussy's so small, nothing else comes out. I don't bleed that much because I have PCOS. It's polycystic ovarian syndrome. Don't Google it. Don't Google any medical condition. It'll tell you you've been dead for 2 days. But PCOS, yeah, it comes with a smorgasbord of different symptoms. You grow a mustache, you gain weight, you get weird ideas like starting a new religion. You become Henry VIII. And like I, as a teenager especially, I had all of that. The amount of hairs I'm plucking, you have no idea. And like my biggest symptom is that I barely ever get my period. I'll get my period about twice a year. And so I just wanted to end this by telling you that I'm currently on my first period of this fiscal quarter. I'm feeling chaotic. I want to fuck a cake. I want to eat a cake. I want to get hit by a car for attention. I don't know if anybody's been watching closely, but I haven't blinked once. Feel really chaotic right now, so find me later in the interval. I actually don't have a closer, so what I'm going to say is go to canlaughter.co.uk. Some of you are already there. Can I do this?
Yeah.
What if I show a tit? Yeah. The yes. There's one enthusiastic yes and a lot of people who don't want the tit. Okay. What if like in the bra? still no. Fuck, Jesus Christ! I should go. Just one? Please, I need this. Goodbye.
Olga Koch! So polite to ask for permission before you streak. More people should do that. Is it all right if I run across the pitch? I'm going to read out the names of people who've donated, and apparently every time I say the word donate, the link comes up online, which is interesting, isn't it? So donate. Did I mention donate? Donate. So far, thank you to Louise Baker, Joseph Bates, Francis Easter, Tom Grant, Martin Frimmett, Steve Best, that's my dad, Brian Fisher, Jennifer Green. I should have just said they were all my mum or dad, every one of them. Jennifer Greenwood, Lorna Stannard, Kira Maher, Josephine McCabe, Natalie Balkin, Kate Budgett, Grace O'Driscoll. We have £305. Someone's jumping up and down on the spot in the background, that's nice. I'm going to bring the next act on for you straight away. The next act coming up is Ania Magliano.
Hello! Oh my god. Oh, she's trapped. Okay, hold on. This isn't actually how I like to be funny. It's just... Okay. Is that going to fall? Guys, this isn't part of it. Oh, Kenny's coming to the rescue. Do you want to catch that microphone when I drop it? I just dropped the mic at the beginning of the sound. Don't mind it. Hello! I'm Ania Magliano. I'm half Italian. You might have guessed that from my surname. Magliano. Yeah, it's a very Italian surname, and I always have the same conversations about it. And you probably have these sort of conversations if you've got like a surname that's even slightly foreign. They go like this. Magliano. Is that an Italian name? Yeah. No way. See, that's kind of crazy, because I'm actually Italian as well. Yeah, I know, Dad. Oh my God, what a twist. I don't want to brag, but my parents are divorced. Thank you, don't applaud, it's fine. I was like 4 when they got divorced, and I always got... Has anyone here got divorced parents? Give me a little cheer. Okay, calm down. What did you just say? Triple? I don't know what's going on. You're the bra, you're pyjama bra. Okay, stay away. No, I was 4 when they got divorced, and people always used to give me this advice. They'd say, don't worry, there is a silver lining. At least you'll get twice as many presents at Christmas. I don't think it's worth it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll have no model of a loving relationship, but I'll have 2 sets of Sylvanian families. That's 2 sets of families more functional than mine. I don't want it. I do love my dad, though. He left, but he wanted to raise me to be, like, super in touch with my Italian side. So every Saturday he'd pick me up and he'd take me to this little Italian deli, like a gorgeous local spot called Frankie and Benny's. For anyone who doesn't know, Frankie and Benny's is Mecca for divorced dads. So there's a saying that's like, in London, you're never more than 4 meters away from a rat. In Frankie and Benny's, you're never more than 4 meters away from a dad fighting for custody. And let them have a go, there's no harm in trying. But I feel like everyone has divorced parents now, and it kind of used to be my thing, no offense. And it is kind of selfish, but I'm moving past it. So I'm trying to find other ways to kind of be interesting. I think I've got time to like figure out what my new thing could be, because I'm 22, which is like sometimes throws people off, especially if I say it in the context of like I don't remember Princess Diana, for example. Yeah. They were thrown off. I don't remember 9/11. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember Anne Boleyn. I'm such a little baby. Second Tudor reference of the night. What a vibe. I think I get worried that I'm not interesting enough. That's like my big fear at the moment. I get really worried that I'm not interesting enough, which is weird because I have a tattoo. Okay? And it is here. It's like tucked away. So like people don't know that I have one, but I still expect people to treat me like someone with a tattoo. So I was in the pub the other day, legend alert, talking to a man, cuff me, and he was like fully tattooed, like arms, legs, neck, sort of yabbering on, you know what they're like. And I was just sitting there thinking, we're not so different, you and I. And that was the first and last time I ever felt empathy for a man. I should say, I am bisexual, and I think it's really lovely that you guys did the bisexual flag for me. That's such nice respect, because it is about me tonight. I am bisexual despite the fact that I've met men, which is lovely from me, because, like, no offence, I know there are some of you in, some men aren't very nice, but some are tall, and that's all it takes for me. Also, it was Bisexual Visibility Day, like a couple of weeks ago, yeah, and I feel like everyone was being amazingly proud and bisexual, and that's amazing, but I did kind of feel like it made me think, like, have we got the norm wrong? Because I feel like we sort of assume, like, straight until proven innocent, do you know what I mean? When we should be saying bisexual until proven boring. I live in Dalston, in case you can't tell, from my insufferable personality. But I've been living there for like a couple of months now. I was living with my parents before, and it's definitely better living with friends, because like the worst thing, I found it really awkward whenever I was at home and we were like watching a film together and a sex scene comes on. Yeah, I can feel, I should stop suggesting we do family viewings of porn. That's a joke about porn. I want to clarify, I am a feminist, yeah? I love feminism. I reckon it's going to be huge. Keep your eyes peeled. I feel like I was quite naturally, like, I grew up as a feminist because I was raised by my mum. My mum, like, raised me a single mum. She's been in the country for 20 years. She's from Poland. I know, what a twist. Okay. I feel like you guys kind of felt like you were getting to know me, didn't you? You were like, Italian, divorce, we get it. And then I hit you with a curveball like that, and it's like, okay, she's complex. Yeah, I've got a lot of layers. I'm basically Fleabag. That's made their night worth it. Yeah, I feel like my mum... So my mum's great. She speaks fluent English, but she sometimes gets little phrases wrong because they don't quite translate. So, like, instead of up your street, she'll say up your road. Fine. Or up your valley, which sounds like Welsh dirty talk, and I love it. But the best thing was something she said during lockdown. She was telling me about her friend Jean. So her friend Jean's going through her third divorce. But she's doing okay, like, all things considered. And so what my mum was trying to say was that she took it on the chin. Okay? Now what my mum actually said was, Jean takes it on the face! Go on, Jean! What a legend. Love that for her. I've been thinking about where my fear of not being interesting enough comes from. I think it's like something that's really ingrained in me. I spend a lot of time on social media, but I have recently made the brave decision to delete the social media apps off my phone. So, like, I've deleted Twitter, I've deleted Instagram, I've deleted Facebook. And I don't want to be like the sort of person who's like preachy and tells you how to live your life, but I do really recommend it, because what it basically does is that it really encourages you to, like, access them via Safari instead. And you can really sort of think about what a piece of shit you are. But the main thing I've traced back, my fear of not being interesting enough, comes from one woman in particular, and that woman is Dame Jacqueline Wilson. Okay, we all know. Has anyone here read Dame Jacqueline Wilson's work? Okay, great. It's quite... I've been going through the back catalogue. There's a lot outside of the sort of Tracy Beaker canon. There's a lot going on. So I'm going to read you some of the blurbs of her books that I read as a child, and I'm sure you did too. Okay. Verity adores her cat Mabel and is desperately sad when she dies. That's not even... Just wait. Remembering her recent school lessons about the ancient Egyptians, Verity decides to mummify Mabel and keep her hidden in the cupboard. Let a 7-year-old have a bloody go on that. Yeah, okay, so Dead's Cat, that's where we're starting. Next, this is about April, a 14-year-old girl who was abandoned by her mother in a dustbin when she was only a few minutes old. A few minutes! That is impeccable aim, if nothing else. Straight out of the bloody, okay. Now this is my favourite. Em adores her funny, glamorous dad. Who cares if he's not her real father? He's wonderful to her little brother Maxie and sister Vita. True to form, at Christmas, Dad gives them fantastic presents, including a real emerald ring for his little Princess Em. Unfortunately, he's got another surprise in store. He's leaving them. Oh, shit! Absolute slam dunk from the dame there. Okay, so before I go, this is no criticism of Jacqueline Wilson. I would not dare, especially not when there is, eyes on me. Before I go, I feel like her writing, you can kind of see a little pattern. So what we're going to do real quick is just build a Jacqueline Wilson blurb using the art of multiple choice. So you just need to pick 1, 2, or 3, and it's going to assign something. It's dead simple. I've worked it all out. I've done this before. Okay. So you need to say 1, 2, or 3, and it will correspond to the name of our protagonist. 2. Okay, Jenny. It's not, you don't have to laugh at that bit. It's part of the setup. Okay, you're picking 1, 2, or 3, the occupation of the mother. 3. Tattooed. It's a job. You're picking 1, 2, or 3, occupation of the dad. 2. Dead. Okay. Now you're picking what goes wrong, 1, 2, or 3. 1. Okay, I'll tell you that after. And 1, 2, or 3, who saves the day? 3. Okay, so, right, this is the book that's coming out next autumn. Jenny is a 14-year-old girl with a tattooed mum and a dead dad. Suddenly, she gets addicted to meth. Is there anything her conjoined twin can do to help? Another best-selling author, another best-selling classic from acclaimed kids author Dame Jacqueline Wilson. Thank you so much, guys. I've been Ania Magliano.
Ania Magliano! Just very quickly going to share a couple of small pleasures that have come in, if I may. Woo! There's one solitary. I prefer a solitary woo. I don't like doubles. God forbid a triple woo. Okay. So this has come in. The dust at the bottom of the cereal bag. I wonder if they're adding that to milk or just necking it. Or perhaps making some little sculptures out of it. Leaving it out for the pigeons. Watching my, in brackets, new lockdown dog. Well done. Well done. Have a poo! Come on, man. They've been writing these. You've got to be more excited than that. It's having a poo. I wonder, is that because... Sorry, just going to have a word with whoever wrote that. Is that because of the way it poos? Or just, it's nice to see it enjoying itself? I'd like you to be a bit more specific on that. I saw a dog poo the other day that was so elegant. Honestly. It was like a bloody Henry Moore sculpture. Honestly, I wanted a little, description of the artist by the side of it, Picture of a greyhound in some linen dungarees or something. This is my latest work. It was lovely. Right, keep those donations coming. Donate. If everyone just says donation once each, then it should come up about 500 times underneath. So, donation. Yeah! And also, before I nip off, we are being watched by royalty tonight. If this was the Royal Variety Performance, we truly have royalty watching because we have Gary Nash, who runs the Eat and Heat Food Bag. Gary, I'll squat down so you can see them clapping. He's got the bloody food bag! Gary, we love you. Also, he said that his big pleasure was watching me, so... They probably can't see me there, actually. I just gurned into the camera for a full 30 seconds. Probably wasn't very attractive. Please welcome to the stage your next act, Leah Reich!
Hello. Oh gosh, hello. Oh, look at you, you're real. Okay, first things first, literally, hey. Secondly, what an amazing thing to be doing. We're back in the flesh, comedy. It feels weird, I think, doesn't it? It's a little weird, because half of me is like, oh, amazing, I'm actually having fun, which feels so fucking retro. Just to experience a positive emotion like it's goddamn January. January 2007, of course, the last time I felt joy. But then the other half of me is like, doing stand-up comedy at the moment feels a little bit like pausing Schindler's List to go have a wank. It's not, the vibes aren't right, but it didn't stop me then, it's not gonna stop me now. I'm Leo, I should tell you a bit about myself. Like Ania, I am bisexual. Do we have any bi people in? One. Okay, this is just for push-up bra pajama lady. You have so many facets to your character. Wow. And what a big player in the evening. That's got to be huge for you. Okay, so this is for no one apart from you. I just felt like I should mention that I'm bi up top because a lot of the time people kind of assume that I'm gay, which is fine, but did confuse me for a lot of my life that people would sort of make that assumption. Until recently I realized what it is. I think people think that I'm gay because of the way that I speak and the things that I say and how I act. Which actually does make sense when I think about it. As Ania and you will know, being bi can be kind of weird to explain to people, especially the older generation, I think, because it's not kind of one thing or the other. It's not as simple as being one thing or the other. It's a sort of middle ground, kind of grey area. I like to think of it as the sexual equivalent of being like a pescatarian or a Lib Dem, where, you know, people are like, okay, I get it in theory, but how does that translate into policy? Obviously, it's not exactly the same. You know, like I feel like when you tell people you're a pescatarian, they don't necessarily go, oh, but you seem way too camp to like fish. But that's okay. Being a queer kid at school was kind of weird for me because I went to a school that was just for boys. No girls allowed. Get out of our treehouse, we're being toxic. No, we were so random, it was fun. But as you can imagine, as like an all-boys school, there was a lot of sort of latent homophobia going around. Like, I remember this one time where I was in year 7, and a boy in my class came up to me, and he was like, hey, put your hand up to your face. Because you know, if you put your hand up to your face and your hand is bigger than your face, that means you're gay. And you have cancer. And even at the time, I remember thinking, that is crazy. Like, that is insane that our bodies have evolved to do that. So I put my hand up to my face, and my hand is bigger than my face. And in that moment, I have to deal with such an intense diagnosis. Because, like, on the one hand, I might only have a week to live, but then on the other hand, I guess I'm gonna have to spend that week sucking down as many dicks as possible. I'm 11! And just as I'm thinking that, the boy lunges forward, he pushes my hand into my face. I've hit myself in the face, and he runs away laughing. And I remember just, like, going bright red and feeling so embarrassed. And apart from anything, just thinking, what a low thing to do. to someone who has just found out they have cancer? Kick me while I'm down, why don't you? I feel like those sort of early experiences still slightly affect like my dating life today. Like I don't feel still like I'm a sort of sexual person. I don't feel like a very sexual person. I feel like when people first meet me, they don't necessarily go, oh gosh, what an attractive man, I must fuck him. It's more sort of, oh gosh, what a tall 9-year-old. I wonder exactly why he's crying. Like that's kind of my vibe. I guess I feel like I can't be myself during sex, if that makes sense. Because I feel like if I was myself during sex, I would be saying things like, oh, God. Whereas I don't know if you know this, but actually during sex you're meant to say sort of confident things, like absolutely, like that kind of 100%, like. I guess what I'm saying is that sexually it's quite important to be chipper. And I find that hard. I guess over lockdown I've tried to branch out into the sort of app dating scene, but I find that quite difficult. I find it difficult to like get excited about going on a date with a person just based off a profile, right? Because I wish I was one of those those friends that like is on Hinge and then they'll text you really excited, like, oh my god, I'm so excited, I just matched with the most amazing visual merchandiser from Hammersmith. But I'm not. Not that there aren't like attractive guys on the apps. I am bisexual, but I have my preferences on the apps set to just men. Only because I feel like it would be wrong of me to chat to a girl online, lure her into going on a date with me, and then spring my personality on her like some kind of twisted gay prank. Just like, do you know what I mean? Turn up wearing eyeshadow and she's like, I don't know what to do with this. What I have been liking doing though, even though the apps haven't really been working out, is sexting. I found lockdown to be an amazing place to sext, which has really been quite empowering actually, because I've realised that I can like do dirty talk, but only when I don't have the burden of the inconvenience of my voice and personality. That's been really freeing, because it's very easy to type like, oh god, I wish your big dick was inside of me, but like I know that were I in a real situation, that phrase would exit my mouth in a sort of weird, like kind of uncomfortable way. I'd end up saying something like, oh god, I wish your dick was inside of me. That's not what people want, it turns out. I stopped sexting people when I got a particularly harrowing message, which was a picture of a man's naked body. Obviously, penis was there. Cum, sort of artfully across the diag. Jackson Pollock vibes. Very nice. No problem with the picture. Immediate follow-up message. Also, do you do stand-up? I think I've seen you do a Zoom gig. No! No! I'm out. It was around the time I received that message. I think this was a coincidence that I started thinking, maybe I should find God. I've been thinking over lockdown it would be really relaxing to believe in God at the moment. I think it would be a nice thing to fall back on, and also I think religion's a really good deal. You know, because they give me like a proper reason to go about my life day to day. And literally all I would have to give them is my grip on reality, which, cards on the table, I rarely use. It seems like a sweet deal. But then I had second thoughts about it, just because the only religion that I have a real connection to in my life is Judaism, because my family's Jewish, and I just think it could turn out to be a mistake to like throw myself into my Jewishness in the midst of this sort of like global throwback Thursday to 1939. Do you know what I mean? There are like quite a lot of Nazis knocking around at the moment, which, don't get me wrong, I get is vintage, which I love. I love that energy. But on the other hand, I think the reason why there's so much this sort of resurgent nationalism is because people have kind of forgotten why Nazis were bad. And I say this because before lockdown, I was showing my American friend around London, and at a certain point, she goes to me, sort of half-jokingly, "You know, if it weren't for us, you'd all be speaking German." And I was like, sorry, something has gone very wrong. If you think that the worst thing that would have happened if Hitler had won the war would have been the linguistic shift. As if British Jews sort of marched off to their deaths, all the English people going, lucky bastards, at least they don't have to learn fucking German. So many tenses. This murder's bad, but the neuter, that's the real crime against humanity. I'm gonna go in a sec. I'm gonna go. But before I do, I just wanted to sort of draw attention again to the fact that this is such an amazing event. Especially, I feel like it's such a thing that's in the national sort of debate at the moment. And I'm not going to delve into the politics, obviously, because I know as well as anyone that there are amazing, brilliant, humane, and sensitive arguments on both sides of the debate about whether we should let children starve. But I just think it's worth going, like, Candle's an amazing thing. Donate as much as you... Oh, wow, there really is a camera. Donate as much as you can. Thank you so much. I've been Leo Reich. Good night.
Okay, people are already moving for the interval. It is coming up. There are some rules. Before that, I'm just going to read out the names of the other people who have donated. I'm going to read them this way to get the full applause, but I will be making intense eye contact with you any moment now. So please give it up for Tom Searle, Sebastian Schluter, Catherine Bond, Tommy Fernandez, Bethy Roach, that's my niece, Alison Griffin, Rosanna Cassidy, Ralph Michelle, Victoria Tanner, Charlotte Gridal, Sophie Bradshaw. It's quite stressful reading out names and trying to get them right in this quantity. Kelly Bilverstone, Gary and Veronica Shields, Robert Hogg, Chris Scott, Patrick Shields, Pamela Greenwood, Alice Smith, Owen Donovan, Tom and Kaylee Smith, Charlie Jones, and Miranda McKay. We have raised so far £603. Thank you. So we're having an interval now. We'll be back with more. Please stay seated if you can. If you want a drink, I've been instructed to tell you to wave your paper up like a peace offering. If you don't get served quick enough, roll it up into a ball, throw it at someone's head. We'll be back in 20 minutes with more. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage, Gabby Best.
Hello, hiya. Did you have a nice break? You've got to say yes. Yes, lovely. Oh, I like the way some of you are just casually wearing a mask, just hanging off one ear now. It's a good look. It's a good look. Someone said if you can't have a dog in your flat, why don't you get a mouse or a rat? I just like to say, I don't like anything you have to do this to. No, thank you. Although I do like the idea of trying to take a rat out on a lead. Don't mind him. Then I would literally never be more than 6 feet from a rat. Be great. Oh dear. No, this is not. It's just not. Isn't it nice to be here? And also for you to be here with us. This is what I just think it's nice. It's great the way everyone's getting creative about enjoyment at the moment. There's certain things we can't do, so we're getting very inventive, It reminds me of primary school during wet play, when a boy in my class, because they couldn't go out and play football or like kick each other in the head or whatever they used to do, he used to, every wet play, burp into his lunchbox, shut the lunchbox to trap the burp, and then make his friends line up to smell it. Simon, if you're watching, I looked you up the other day, you're doing very well for yourself. Here's actually entrepreneurial skill from the off. But I feel they all did it as well. I think maybe I even did it once. Like, go on then, I'll have a whiff. Absolutely rancid. No teacher stopped us. Yeah, keep sniffing it. But no, I think it's. I feel sorry for the kids at the moment being denied a lot of the fun. The teenagers, you know, teenagers and up. It's pretty shitty. It's pretty shit. Although on the flip side, I would not revisit those teenage years for all the money on earth. And actually, it's going to save them some pretty horrific parties, to be honest. Because do you remember when you started having those awkward teenage parties where all the schools would get together, like different groups from different schools, so you weren't safe anymore? It's like, look, they get it, but interlopers. And I started going to the odd party where some of the posh schools would turn up. Some of the very posh, very beautiful schools would turn up. And they were all so groomed, even at like 15, you know. 5'11", half of it neck. You know what I mean? Huge amounts of hair all swept on one side. Like they've turned a corner skiing and it stayed there. Do you know what I mean? And the thing that I always found so awkward about those discos was, you know, really beautiful girls, when they dance, they only have to put their arms up. You know, we're there like, giving it some, and they're just casually just elegant, sometimes when they're really going for it, you know. And the boys would be like, who's she? I like her moves. What do you mean her moves? She's just sticking her hand up. Look at her. I've still got a bit of sweet corn stuck in my braces, you know. Come on, guys, come on! So in that way, at least they're avoiding that. And the sleepovers, the hellish sleepovers. Oh my God, where someone would be like, did you see a man with a knife? No. We're in your friend's front room, you're fine. I just heard something. And then 7 of you would be shitting yourselves till 5 in the morning. They'd all get tired eventually and fall asleep, but I would be up on guard, sentry duty for the duration. She said she saw a man in the kitchen. I'm not sleeping, kids, I'm not sleeping. Mum comes to collect me in the morning. You all right? Yeah, been up all night. Keeping the girls safe. Hideous, absolutely hideous. I neglected to mention at the top of this, because I didn't know, it is Canned Laughter's 3rd birthday! 3rd birthday. 3 years of raising funds and cans for Eat or Heat, and I have to tell you now, well, I'm going to turn to tell you guys now, that you have got us up to. Actually, what is the new... Well, I'm going to go with the last total, but I think it's up even more. £1,083! Isn't that incredible? That's actually amazing. I'm going to read out the names now before I bring on the next act. Stephanie Virasamy, Megan Cook, Heather McNeil, Andrew Michelle, Mark and Sarah Tanner, Erica Ella, Julia Rayside, Peter McGladdery, Gabriella Lang, Aaron Kilkenny Fletcher, Gemma Sharples, Gino Driscoll, Sebastian Bayer, Roxanne Keane, Jad, Helen Hayho, Joanne Gill, Olga Koch, who's been on and donated, what a bloody legend, Lois Hall, Alicia Duberly, Jessica Easton, Bethany Lamont, Rosa Frisso Lacey, and Ross Fraser! Thank you! Right, now I'm going to bring up your next act, so please keep that applause going for Sikisa!
Is a very unique name. It's a name that you're never going to hear of again. It's a name that doesn't work in Starbucks, yeah? Because everyone knows about Starbucks, right? They write your names on the coffee cup. Sikisa doesn't work in Starbucks. Sikisa gets changed into a lot of things. It gets changed into Saskia, Sasquatch, Shakira, Emma, so fuck you, Starbucks, okay? I asked my mum during lockdown about my name and the meaning of it, and my mum tells me that I was named after an African queen and that my name means faithful, but my dad tells me that my name was constructed after a game of Scrabble. So you can imagine the 9 points were worth it, okay? But the reason why I have such a unique name is because me and my family are originally from Barbados. Yeah. Some of you don't give a fuck, fair enough, okay. But as you can tell, I do not have a Barbados accent. That's because I've been living here in the UK for a very long time, to the point where I now have got a British passport. Just so I know, give me a cheer if you've got a British passport. Give me a cheer if you don't have a British passport. Okay, not happy. Okay. Where are you from?
Sweden.
Sweden? Would you like a British passport?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. If you want a British passport, I will tell you how you get one, right? You've got to do this thing called a Life in the UK test. Anyone heard of it? Yeah. If you haven't heard of it, please look online. It's a very bad pub quiz, okay? Because I attempted to do it 4 times, being originally from Barbados, and I failed it 4 times. And that's very interesting for me, because I'm an immigration lawyer. That is my goddamn day job, yeah? So what I'm saying is, if you want a British passport, come find me. I've got 4 in my drawer, they're £100 each, okay? Because I'm a hustler, damn right, I'm a hustler. Fuck it, so we're in a stressing, it's £200, okay? But my mum originally came to the UK in the 1980s, and I said to her, like, what made you leave such a beautiful island in terms of Barbados to come to the UK? And she said she came here to see the white people. True story, true story. So my mum originally came here in the 1980s expecting to see white people, and bam, she landed in Brixton. She was like, where the hell is all the white people? Where the hell is all the white people? Here apparently, hi. Okay. Hi. It's lovely to make your acquaintance. Hey. Wait, I love my mum to death, but I'm a bit scared of her. But she doesn't understand technology. Like, she's one of those people that will send me a WhatsApp and then call me straight after to let me know she sent me a WhatsApp. Like, we went to Barbados last year and we came back, and everyone knows about border control, right? With the passports and the machines and stuff like that. So I put down my passport border control, the scanner scanned my face, the doors open, I walk straight through. My mum puts down her passport border control, scanner scans her face, the doors are not opening. She tries again for like another 5 minutes, the doors are still not opening, and I'm like, can you just hurry up, please? I've got 100 bottles of rum in my suitcase, can you just hurry up, please? I just want to get through security, can you just hurry up? But Dad's pissed off at this point, he's gone to get the suitcases. He's like, you've heard about Windrush? Fuck this shit. He's off, yeah? He doesn't care if my mum gets into the country or not. Mum keeps trying this passport, still not working. The man comes over from border control, tries my mum's passport, scanner scans her face, the doors are still not opening. And I'm like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, I just really want a coffee. Can we just get my mum through border control? I've had an 8-hour flight, I just want to get her through border control. The man turns over the passport and realizes it's not my mum's passport. It's my passport. So I had used my mum's passport, I had put it down in the scanner has scanned my face, the door's open and I walk straight through, because apparently I'm 62 years old. So you can imagine I'm a bit sensitive about my age. But I talk about immigration quite a lot, obviously, because my job, people love to talk to me about immigration and this problem being in this country being a problem. And I'm like, when was the last time you was in a kebab shop thinking immigrants just came over here stealing my jobs? You wasn't thinking that, no. But what people don't seem to understand is that there's people in a third world country that just want to escape poverty and debt, that want to come over to the UK, which is a first world country, to escape and to experience, more or less, smashed avocados and flat shares. And poverty and debt, okay? But I'm not going to rant and rave about immigration and race, because let's be honest, sometimes it's not about race. For example, I'm a Gemini, and my cousin, she's a bitch, okay? Let's talk about it, shall we? Yes, okay? She's 9 years old. I love her, but she's 9 years old. I love her to death. She's always in my business because I'm apparently need to be in a relationship because I'm of a certain age. Like, we was at one particular family wedding and she kept going to me, why do you not have a boyfriend? You're over the age of 30. You should be married by now. You should be walking down the aisle. What's wrong with you? I was like, you're 9 years old. Where's your boyfriend? Why are you coming at me for? What's going on? What's the beef? Yeah. And it was like 10:30 at night and I had maybe like 3 or 4 bottles of Prosecco. So I was living my best life. And she kept going around in a circle going, you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a boyfriend. And I was like, you know what? I know how to handle you. So I was just like, you don't know your daddy, you don't know your daddy. Fuck her, teach them when they're young, okay? Teach them when they're young, okay? I'm happy being single. I've got no problem being single. Like, lockdown was very good for me. I loved myself 4 times a day. Yes, I'm going to talk about masturbation since you lot brought it up, okay? Because I feel like, especially in comedy, when a woman comes on stage, talks about masturbation, everyone gets a little bit awkward. Like this, apparently. Okay, fine. Because I'm going to say, why not? It's 2020, I masturbate. Damn right. Yeah, damn right. Yes, ladies, damn right. Yes, queens, damn right. Because I can only love me the way that I love me, and I love myself well. Yeah? Because I wake up, look in the mirror, I'm like, ah! You were the shit last night, let's get to work. Yes, damn right. That's why I'm always so happy. But I'm very open with who I date. Like, I like white people, you lot are cool. You're cool, you're cool, you're cool. You like things I don't like hummus. And halloumi, fucking love halloumi! Cheese that doesn't melt, Don't understand it, okay? Well, I hang around with quite a lot of white people now because it's 2020. Why not? You lot are cool, like I said. Even got myself a North Face jacket. So one of you now, one of you. Whenever I do date outside my race, all my friends get very excited. They're like, oh my God, you're gonna have great babies. They're gonna have great hair. They're gonna be so beautiful. I'm like, why are my friends so excited about something that is beige? We're not painting a bathroom, why are you so excited, okay? And I've got nothing against biracial people, by the way. One of my goddaughters is biracial, and I love 50% of her, okay? So... I dated this guy, and we were making out on his sofa. He was white, and he said to me, can I touch your hair? Now, I didn't know there was an aura of racism around my hair. I didn't know that existed. So I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, yeah, you can touch my hair. So I just took it off and left it everywhere and made a coffee. You wank off to that. You have fun with that. I'll see you in 10 minutes. Okay. But lockdown's been very interesting. I'll say this before we leave. Lockdown's been very interesting. One of the things that happened during lockdown was Black Lives Matter, and it was something that was very important. I had a lot of my friends slide in my messages, PM me to let me know they're very supportive of the cause, if there's anything they can do to help support Black Lives Matter. And I was like, yeah, you can send me £5. That'd be great, thank you. We're in a recession, I need some money, thank you. But I hate being stereotyped because I'm black. Like, a lot of people don't believe that I'm educated or am a solicitor because of the way that I dress and the way that I talk. I think it's very, very weird that people make that assumption. Like, before lockdown, I was having this conversation with this man, and he was like, where are you from? Normally when someone says that, I go, London, and I go, no. Where are you from? So normally at a party or somewhere, someone does that to me. I like to do it to them back. Like, this woman said to me, where are you from? And I said, London. She was like, no. Where are you from, really? And I was like, Barbados. That's where my family are from. But I was like, where are you from? And she was like, Cornwall. I was like, no. Where are you from? And she was like, oh, actually, I did a DNA test. I did some research, and actually found out that my great-great-grandfather is from India. And I was like, okay then, just another immigrant then, and then walked off out the room. But like I said, before lockdown, I was having this conversation with this man, and And he was like, where are you from? And I was like, London. He was like, no. Where is your home? Because your name is Sikisa. And I was like, oh, okay. You want to know about my cultural background? So I'll tell you. So I was born to a mother from Barbados, and I'm the only child, and yes, I was named after African queen, because why the fuck not, okay? Just because I talk like this doesn't mean I'm a recipe for jerk chicken, okay? Just because everyone you know sounds like you, has a name that you can pronounce, it doesn't work like that anymore because it's 2020. Yes, I am a woman that has 3 jobs, my own car, my own mortgage, and I still got money in the bank because I'm a boss, bitch. And it's 2020. Yes, I still live on a council estate because the council estate doesn't provide drug dealers and prostitutes now. They provide lawyers, doctors, and engineers because it's 2020. And before you do ask, yes, I do know who my dad is. And he was like, oh, God, I just wanted to know where your home is because I'm your taxi driver. And I was like, okay, fine. That's a speech wasted. You lot have been lovely. Keep donating. I've been
Sikisa! And please keep the applause going. Your final act of tonight, Steen Raskopoulos!
How you guys going? You well? Big round of applause to Gabby Best for hosting the entire evening. Big round of applause. Hey guys, what a bloody pleasure it is. On behalf of all the comics, it is so nice to just kind of come back out and to perform in live comedy, and for you guys to come out and support. It generally means a lot to all of us. And you keep on trucking, you legends. Must say we'll go for like 13 to 15 minutes. Let's just have a bloody good time, enjoy ourselves, and we can all go home and be like, oh, that was such a fun evening. Sound good? Amazing. So usually our comics might come out and be like, oh, they ask you questions. I flip it and reverse it. So you guys have a minute to ask me questions. Where are my socks from? My cupboard. What's on them? Wolves. Yeah, because no, she doesn't. Yep, you have 45 seconds. How's Mouse? Oh, Mouse is the best. Mouse is my dog's name. He's the best. He's doing well. We went to Finsbury Park, threw a couple of balls today, and really enjoyed ourselves. 30 seconds. This is it, guys. We're trying to do. Tell us my best joke. I will in 22 seconds. What was my lockdown pleasure? We took like heaps of, I was going to say happy snaps, what do you call like Polaroids, and created like a big album with them. Yeah, that's one, yeah. Time's up, well done. Guys, thank you so much. There's been like a lot of doom and gloom around the world, so I thought I would share some good news and something that kind of meant a lot to me, like a bit of happy news. A few months ago, I popped the question to my girlfriend, and she said yes. So, that I could get a PlayStation. So I'm playing FIFA. And I match up against my opponent, whose gamer tag was ManUKid06. And true to their gamer tag name, they were a kid. They were a child no older than like 13 or 14. And I also knew this as well because I could hear in my headphones them having an argument with their dad about their room being tidy. The dad was like, "Oh, son, you gotta clean your room. You gotta clean your room. There's so much mess on the floor in terms of your clothes and stuff. I just gotta clean your room. Your mother asked you to clean your room before, and like now I have to come and tell you to clean your room, and I don't want to do it. But like by the time your mom gets back, you gotta clean your room, and you're sitting way too close to the television, way too close to the television. It's gonna hurt your eyes. You gotta clean your room. Pick it up." And then the kid was like, "Oh, Dad, leave me alone. Leave me alone, Dad. I'm just playing games with my friends. I'm just playing games with my friends. Leave me alone, Dad. Oh, no, the clothes on the floor isn't gonna hurt you. The floors and the clothes aren't gonna hurt you. Just let me finish playing my game, then I'll clean my room." And I know what you're thinking. Where in England are they from? I don't know. But I do know that my accent representation of what they sounded like was 100% accurate. So anyway, I feel sorry for the kids. So I start talking to him. Like, we've all been there. Parents giving you a bit of shit kind of thing. He's like, oh, hey, man, don't worry about your dad, man. Clean your room in your own time. He's like, yeah, no, I just want to play my games. I'm like, yeah, man, I understand. And then after like the first 2 minutes, I scored the first goal. And I thought I've got a bit of rapport with this guy, a bit of banter with the kid. And I was like, probably wish you were cleaning your room now, eh, mate? And he replied instantly, smell my fart before I fuck your mum. What? Smell my fart before I fuck your mum! What does that even mean? You know, like is that a phrase that you guys say here? Is it a British kind of slang? Not at all. Because I've never heard those words in that order before. And also, like, there's a lot to unpack there. Firstly, is he expecting me to go to his house to get my face farted on? Because I don't want to, and I'm busy. So he's probably going to have to bring that fart to me in his butt, because I don't think it's going to survive a raw mail journey. Also, like, what's he learning in school if his idea of foreplay is to fart on his prospective romantic partner son's face? Like, what's my mum doing there? Like, luckily she's in Sydney. So if he somehow, like, did come to my house, farted on my face, and then I reluctantly gave him her address, he's got his work cut out for him, because a flight to Australia costs, at the moment, a minimum £1,000. Like, what does the kid do for work? Because the hourly wage in this country, the hourly wage for a 14-year-old boy or girl is £4.35. So he's going to have to work like 23 10-hour shifts. Like, no wonder this kid's so angry and tired. He hasn't slept for 3 weeks. So anyway, he works, he gets the money, flies to Sydney, and my mum's there waiting at the airport with a board with his name on it, because she's a baby angel. And, like, you know, they go off for a night of passion, which is just devastating, because now my mum's a sex offender. And calling the Australian Federal Police is like one of the hardest phone conversations I'm ever going to have to make. Like, hello, is this the Australian Federal Police? Yeah, my mum's a nonce. So she goes to prison, and like, what's this kid going to do? Is he going to like stand by her as she does her time in the slammer? Like, when he turns 16, is he going to get married to her, then prove me and the news rounds wrong? There was actually true love the whole time? You know, like, is he going to try and like bond with me over some like stepfather, stepson kind of, and take me on like a bowling date? Like, also, who pays? Like, he's back at school now, so like, does he take himself to parent-teacher night? Also, if I do get married and have a wedding one day, I don't want him there. He farted in my face and fucked my mum. So he beat me 7-1, and turns out now I get to fuck his dad. That's not how FIFA works. Cool. Guys, I would love to do like a sketch for you. I'd love to do a sketch for you. This is based on one of your favourite sports, one of England's favourite sports, the spelling bee. That is incorrect. Now, Christopher, if you spell this next word correctly, you'll be crowned this year's Spelling Bee champion. Now, because it's the final round, you get to choose your topic, and you have chosen family. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Very well. Good luck. Christopher, your word is mum. May I have it in a sentence, please? Yes, of course. After all these years, now you turn up mum. Where were you when I needed you? You could have called, you could have written, you could have found me. Fuck, even Stephen would send me a Christmas card, and he's not even my real father. All I wanted was an embrace from you, from my mother. I didn't care about the memories we shared when we were children. All I cared about was the new memories we're going to create for ourselves. Ones of hope and joy and laughter, but You chose them over us, and that is something you'll have to live with for the rest of your life. I hope you're happy with your choices because I've learned through my own pain, heartache, and time to love it. Your word is mum. Are you okay? That is incorrect. I'm a bit shy for this next one. Do you guys like music? Are there any like musicians here? Yeah, sick. I always find it like weird when you're like kind of sharing like a new song with people and everyone. But I think now is the best time to do it. Found that music really helped me out during lockdown. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. This is a new song called "End of the Bed." So.
Flashing lights, colors bright, watch 'em shine on the beach at night, waves are crashing. No.
So that's the 30-second demo on Apple iTunes. If you liked it, that was the musician Hughes. If you really enjoyed it, he's got a great catalogue of music. Like he's got like what's he got, like End of the Road. He's got Persian Rug, great track. Yeah, so if you enjoyed that, like you'll love his rest of his stuff. Just always share new music when you can, guys. It's really helpful. That's a new stupid thing. I'll share one. I'll share a song with you. Do you want to hit the next track? And this is me. Maybe turn it down tiny bit. That's beautiful. Thank you. I remember shopping with my mom when I was 6 years old, pushing the trolley to the cashier, check out full, placing the groceries on the conveyor belt. She said I forgot something, flour spill. She walked away, leaving me with the trolley, secretly hoping she'd return with a loudly. Check out, girl, was almost done scanning. I looked around there and I started to, Mama, come back. Mama, come back. Mama, come back. I think she's just, Mama, come back. Mama, come back. Mama, come back. See the checkout girl, she caught me off guard. That little boy, you paying cash or card? I looked back, I don't have a visa. Screamed out loud, Mama, I need ya. Old lady behind me said, what's the hold up? If you don't have everything, why'd you line up? Sorry lady, must just get some flour. Feels like she's been gone for over an hour. My anxiety's building, this ain't thrilling. What if Mama forgot she has children? Where is she? My eyes got wet. Mama, can you just make some flowers? Mama, come back. Bread. Mama, come back. Flowers, bread. Mama, come back. Omega flex or repeaters instead. Types of flowers, bread. I got a job that day from the checkout chick. Started packing shelves at the age of 6. Slowly worked my way up the ladder. Then I became the youngest supervisor. I became a teacher and learned to read. Now I'm in charge of the district spelling bee. The head judge, always professional, except once my word in a sentence was personal. Treating work as if it was therapy. Word definition should come from the dictionary. My emotions I always suppress. I was a 6-year-old left at a Tesco Express. Mama, come back. Mama, come back. Mama, come back. Mama, come back. Just come back. Just come back, Mama. Please. Hey guys, thank you so much for having me. Enjoy your summer.
Steen Raskopoulos! You probably noticed there's a lot of mic admin. That's because being very careful. Bit of fun news for you there. No, you're all keen to know. Before I do some really quite exciting admin, actually, I'm going to do something that's... Right. The thing about stand-up, right, is I find it quite weird. Most sort of art forms, when they leave with a big flourish. You know, there's a big whoop and off they go, and it's quite an event. With stand-up, people just kind of go, thank you, bye. So I've always wanted to sort of do some bows. So if it's all right, I'm going to showcase some bows tonight. Is that okay? So I'm going to show you a few different types of bow that I've noticed, you know, around about the earth. So the first bow I'd like to demonstrate is the pantomime bow. Okay, so feel free to applaud. Oh no, I won't, but I will. I like that. That was so quick, it took me 30 seconds to work out what you said, so congratulations. Pantomime bow. Okay. Now I'm going to do the RSC bow, okay? The Royal Shakespeare Company bow. Sorry, I used a bit of slang there. Sorry. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, this is my favourite type of bow. This is the bow. Okay. It's a famous actress, primarily known for TV and film, very famous. They've come to London town to do a show. And we're all very grateful they're here, okay? But they have just, my God, they've given their all. They've left it all on the floor. They've really, It's a very emotional piece. The rest of the cast are waiting for them. It's going to take them a moment or two to get themselves together, gather their thoughts. Okay, we're all waiting. The other cast members who are so delighted that they get to be in a show with this incredibly famous person. My God, they want you, the audience, to know that they are now friends with this celeb, okay? God, the two that get to stand next to her, bloody hell. They are losing their shit. Okay, so they're waiting for her. She's coming. Hello, I've got some thoughts, would you like to hear them? Okay, I think it's easier for in America, because in America everyone's conditioned to think they're all fascinating. So they're like, sure, if you're half as interesting as I am, go for it. Go for it. Over here, hello, I've got some thoughts, would you like to hear them? British audiences, oh yeah, but please don't be shit. Please, I beg you, don't be shit. Hello, I'm a woman, I've got some thoughts, would you like to hear them? Well, historically not, but give it a whirl, give it a go, girl. Right, I've got to get my jacket now for the admin. I shouldn't have cast it off so dramatically. Right, we've got a bit of good news, guys. I can't lie. You're gonna be blown over, bowled over by this, truly. The results are in. It's not the results, but the grand total. Oh no, I've picked up the wrong thing. Sorry, no. Some of it's on paper and some of it's on my phone. This is quite a lot of admin involved here. Okay. Here we go. Okay. The grand total for the YouTube donations is £1,238. Thank you to Rachel Taylor, Harry Dundle, Bilverstone, Thomas Marks, James Clack, Gabrielle Harrison, Sharon Collins, and Edwin Wong. That brings our total for the 3 years we've been going to £38.5 thousand. £38,500 raised for London food banks. Now, food banks should not be necessary, but they are, and never more so than now. So please, I can't tell you how grateful we are to all of you for giving your money, but please, if you can, continue to support your local food banks, just with any little bits you can give, because it is massively needed at the moment. We'd like to say thank you to Max, Ruth, and the team at Centre 17, who is holding together. Gary and the team at Eat 17, Eat or Heat. By the way, Gary definitely deserves a knighthood, so there will be some kind of petition going around at some point. Actually, I think you've got to start with CBE first. I don't know which way it goes. We'll take you straight to knight. Harry, Max, and the team at T-Max for doing the wonderful stream. Thank you. And then Kenny, Ronan, Katie, Ali, and Josh for organising all these gigs that you come to. They've done so many of them. They work so hard. Thanks to all the acts you've seen tonight. And thank you to you very much for coming out and joining us. This has been an absolute pleasure. These gigs are all too rare, but it means a lot when you come. So thank you very much. And thank you to you as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please continue to support your local food banks. It's amazing the amount you've given, so thank you very much. Good night. Have a safe journey home.